Hi viewers, I welcome you to this Programming World channel. So in this channel we posting videos which help you to improve your programming skills, and also in coming days I will post the videos which may about the problem solving and also how we can create solutions using C programming, and further, I may provide the videos about C++ and Java also. That is also in the queue, so that will be done very soon. Okay, right. So now I move on to this video. Before discussing about this topic, I would like to request you to subscribe the channel to stand with us, and also please click on the bell icon to get the notification for the new post. And also I request you, if you feel this video it is good for your skills improvement, please click the like button. Right, so now we move to this video session. So in this video tutorial I would like to discuss about the string functions in C programming. So in my previous video I have discussed about the string data type, and also how we can collect the string as an input to our program, and also how you can have the options for collecting, or I mean the way or approach to collect more than one words as a string to our string variable, in the sense how you can read a single sentence as an input to your string variable. So like that we have I have discussed about the coding part of strings in C programming. So now we move on to the popular string functions what we have in C programming, and I may discuss about how these functions also uh, develop, in the sense the algorithm or logic of these functions uh, implementation that will be done very soon. Okay, right. So before that, first we have to introduce about the different functions, how those can be used for string operations. So in that wise I have listed four different functions, you can find it in this. So one is string length. So here it takes only one argument. Okay, so that string uh, will be processed by the string length function to identify or to return the number of characters in the given input string. Okay, then second one is what, string compare. So so to compare two strings. Okay, so we are in need of what, having the string compare function. So you can pass two string inputs. Yeah, that is required, because comparison, in the sense we need two inputs to check when the given input strings are same. The string compare function will return value 0. If it is not, it is not giving what, 0. It may be what, positive or negative values according to the comparison results. Then string copy. So that's about what, copying one string to another. Okay, copying one string content to another variable. So the source string content that will be copied to the target. And one more thing, suppose the target variable it has any what content already, that will be removed. The new content from the source will be placed, in the sense what, the target content will be replaced by the source content, but the source content may not be what, removed, still it will be present, or it will be remain same. Okay, so we can say like the duplication that may be done. Okay, then fourth one is, that's about what, string concatenation, in the sense what, uh, composing two strings into what, one string. That means we take one string and then what, we add with another one. Here you can see that we supply what, source, that may be what, second part, that will be added with the target part. Okay, so the target string will be affected by the source string by taking the source string at the end of the target string. Okay, so that is the meaning of this one. Okay, to implement all these operations we have to include what, the string.h file. Okay, so this header file is having all these functions. So whenever we want to use it in our uh, application or application code, we have to use this header file. And I would like to tell you one thing, that the string comparison, it's a very, very important one. It is for what, we can able to identify whether the given input username or employee name or student name present in the database. For doing such kind of operations, we can use the string compare function. So it is highly recommended one. So we have to be familiar on this one, and also how this is done, that logic behind in string comparison, that also we have to be know, because in future suppose you want to implement any library functions for any of the new programming platform, then definitely we should know about the logic for the string comparison and how it can be made in the new programming platform. Okay, right. So that will be discussed, and also some of you may be knowing that the people, those who are advanced programming level. Okay, so now I go toward the example for these things to understand. So here you can see that I created two static string variables, string 1 and string 2, and I have stored the inputs also. Okay, then you can see that I have made as a third string variable, and also its length is what, 40. And I have provided what a simple printf statement to display the length of the string what is given as an input. So string 1, so its input, its character length is what, 11. Okay, that will be written as a number. That's why we are using what, percentage %d. So this string length function returns the result in the form of what, number. That means integer. Then when you go for what, comparison also, that also what, return the results in the form of what, number only. That's why we are using percentage %d. Okay, so already I mentioned that if both two strings are same, so you may get what, 0, else positive or negative value may be returned. Okay, so that's why we are using what, format specifier like percentage %d to get the result. And how to copy the string results, there is no need to use, please understand, don't use these statements in the printf statement. It should be done separately. Okay, afterwards we have to take into what, the printf statement for displaying the value of the target variable. Okay, as like that we have to perform for string concatenation also. So string 1, that will be affected by adding a string 2 at the end. So you have to use a printf statement to display the results of what, str1. Okay, right. So now I go to the code what we have for this. Okay, it is already done. So here you can see that the same code. Okay, so as I mentioned in this session, so we have three variables, two variables for what, input purpose, and one variable string 3, that is for what, output purpose. Like that I have made. Okay, and here you can see that the length of the string 1, which is computed by using what, string length function. So that may return the value like 11. And when you go forward comparing the string 2 please understand, string 1 will be compared with string 2. Okay, based on the number of characters, and also the ASCII value of each character will be found. Afterwards only the comparison will be done to find the result. Okay, so the result is based on the number of characters and also the different characters. Okay, what are used in the two different string inputs. Okay, then you can see the string copy. So string 1, that will be copied to string 3 variable. That's why I have made that variable. Afterwards I have used a printf statement to display the result of it. So that time we have to use percentages, because string 3, it is what, a string variable. And afterwards you see we have like a string concatenation operation. So str2, that will be added with string 1. So the string 1 will be affected. So due to that we are using what, printf statement to display the result of what, string 1 variable. So now I execute that, you can identify what is happening in that. Yes, the screen is open now. As I mentioned that the number of characters in the string 1, that is what the programming, it is what, 11. And the result of comparison is what, -1. Why? In the sense, we comparing what, string 1. Okay, we comparing string 1 with string 2. Okay, so what happen is, string 1 is what, larger than string 2. So according to the string 2 perception, what happen is the result will be displayed. Okay, suppose if you change that one, what happen is you will get a different result. I will show that also. Then here you can see that the programming, that is what, string 3, which is what receive the data from the string 1 by using the string copy function. Okay, afterwards finally the result of concatenation operation. So the value of string 1 after adding what, string 2. Okay, I mean after uh, inserting the string 2 variable at the end of string 1. So you got this result like programming world. Okay, So now, as I mentioned that, so what may be the result when I change the arguments in the string comparison function? So now you can see that, okay, now I go for what string one is the first argument, string two is the second argument. So now you can see that what's happening. So now you see that results of comparison is what one. So why in the sense, okay. So now it is what taking the first string, it is what compared to the second one. So that's why it is what returning the value one, because here you can see that the length of the characters, I mean the length of the string in string one, it is what greater. And also if you find the ASCII value of them, that is what greater than of this. Okay. So due to that, what happen is it returns what actually plus one. So plus one, whenever you get it, the first string is what larger than the second one. Okay, if you get the minus one, okay, if you get the minus one, okay, that represent what the first string is what smaller than second string. So like that, you have to consider that. Okay, so that's all about the popular string functions and also how those are what performing for satisfying the different results. And the very high usage is what actually the string comparison functions. And in some places we may be in need of what using the string copy and also string concat function, and string length that may be used for satisfying some uh, what computation problems. Okay, so like that we have, and also in coming days I will discuss about the usage of these functions in some problems, how those can be solved by using any of these functions. So like that also I will post the videos. It is what placement perspective, and also how you can get the knowledge of what the problem solving skills using in C programming. Okay, so in that perspective, the new videos will be posted. So I request you, the people, those who are new to this channel, subscribe this channel, and please be stay with us. Click on the bell icon button to take the notifications for the new post or new videos. And if you feel it is what good for you, your skills improvement, please click on the like button and also support us. Thank you for watching this.